This lecture, we will talk about the slope-intercept form of an equation. So, first, let's graph those three linear equations. In order to graph each equation, you need 2 points. Because if you have 2 points, then you can use a ruler to connect it, make it a line. So we need 2 points, then we need 2 easy points. For the equation y equals 2x plus 3, if you let x be 0, so 0 here, 2 times 0 plus 3, you have a 3 for y. And you can choose another easy x, which is 1. 1x is 1, then 2 times 1 plus 3, you have y is 5. So you have a 0, 3, and 1, 5. 0, 3 is right here. X is 0, y is 1, 2, 3. And 1, 5, x is 1, y is 5. So this is the point. You connect those 2 points, you have a line. So this equation has the line right here. Y equals 2x plus 3 as this line. Okay. You can see right here, from x0 to x1, that's the run from here to here. And the rise is from 3y to 5, okay, for y. So rise is in the vertical direction. You want to look at y, okay, the second coordinate. From 3 to 5, 2 units. So 2 over 1 is the rise over run. 2 over 1 is 2. So basically this one, the coefficient of x is 2. 2 is the slope. Okay? Now, what's the 3? If you let x be 0, y is 3. 0, 3 is right here. Then 3 actually is the intercept. Okay? So y equals 2x plus 3. 2, in this case, m corresponds to 2, so we say slope. Okay? Slope in this case is 2. 3 is the y-intercept, so y-intercept. So the equation has this form, and we call slope-intercept form. So you will know 2 is the slope, 3, 0, 3, that's y-intercept. Okay, now this case would be the same. 2x minus 1, so you will know slope is 2, rise over run is 2, and negative 1 is the y-intercept. Is that y-intercept? You let x be 0, 2 times 0 minus 1, x be 0, 2 times 0 minus 1 is negative 1. So 0, negative 1, x is 0, y is negative 1. That's the y-intercept. Okay? Now, you have 1 point, 0, negative 1. Another, you let x be 1. Then 2 times 1 minus 1 is 1. So then you have a 1, 1. You have a 1, 1. So you have a 0, negative 1, and 1, 1. You connect those 2 points. You have another line. You may say, why you choose 0, 1, 0, 1 all the time? You can choose 2. You can choose 3. You can choose 100. Again, 0 is an easy point, easy value. 1 is an easy value. You can choose 2. Okay? And you have a 2 times 2 minus 1 is 3. So then 2, 3 is a point. So 2, 3 is another point. So you can connect 0, -1, and 2, 3, and make a line. Still the same line. Okay? So we choose 0, 1. Those two are easy values. And then you can see the slope are the same. They have the same line, parallel, not the same line. This line parallel to this line. So slope are the same. You have lines are parallel. Okay, and here -y is the y-intercept again. All right. Now let's look at this one. This one is that you let x be 0. Then -1/2 times 0, you have a 0. So 0, 0 is the point. Origin, 0, 0. You let x be 1, then -1/2 times 1 is -1/2. So 1 -1/2 is right here. X is 1. Y is halfway between 0 and -1. So -1/2 is this place. Connect 0, 0 and 1 -1/2. This is the line. This is the line. You can see this line is perpendicular to two of these lines right here. Okay, and also you can see right here we have what? We have if this line is parallel, this line is parallel to this line or this line, then you have a what? You have a -1/2. This is the slope. This is the slope for this line. Times 2, or these two, because they are parallel, what do you get? You get -1. So if two lines, or two equations, two lines, if the product of the slope is -1, then this line is parallel to this line. Okay, this is what we need to remember. Two lines, one is perpendicular to the other, then the product of those two slopes equals -1. Okay? Okay, with those knowledges in our mind, let's look at example 1. Example 1 says that find the slope-intercept form of the equation of a line passing through 1, -2 and parallel to y equals 2x plus 1. So we want to find out what is the equation of the line which is parallel to this one and passing through 1, -2. If our line, the line we are going to find out, or the expected line is parallel to this one, y equals 2x plus 1, then our slope, the expected line has the slope which is equal to is 2. Because this 2 is the slope. Then we have the slope for our expected line. Now, if you have the slope of our expected line, and if you have a point, 1, -2, then by the slope point we did in the previous section, you can have the equation which is y minus -2 times the slope is 2 equals the slope 2 times x minus 1, x minus this one. Okay, so y minus -2 is y plus 2 equals 2 times x is 2x, 2 times -1 is -2. Both sides minus 2, positive, negative cancel each other. So you have a y equals 2x minus 4. This is -2 plus -2. You got -4. So this is the equation we want. You see, here we have the slope 2, which is equal to this one. That means our line is parallel to this line. Of course, this is the intercept, y-intercept, which is -4. Okay? So this is the final answer. Y equals 2x minus -4. Now try this one yourself. You want to find a line which is passing through -5, 3, and parallel to this one. 6 plus 2y equals 5. Alright. You want to find out the slope of your line, but you know your slope is equal to the slope of this one. What is the slope of this one? You want to make this one be the slope intercept form. You want to make the one from here to there. You want to make y equals something with the coefficient here is 1. Okay? So we do is minus 6x on both sides. Cancel this positive 6. You have a 2y on the left hand side and negative 6x plus 5, which is right here, divided by 2. So you have a 2 divided by 2, which is 1. And then negative 6 divided by 2 is -3. And here is 5/2. So you see, -3 is the slope. And our line, which is parallel to this line, so our line is with the slope -3. Then based on the step we did right here, so here the equation we have should be y minus 3 equals -3 times x minus -5. Simplify that, you will have the final answer here. So try this one yourself. Okay? Now let's do another one. Another one is that find a line that is passing through -3, 5 and perpendicular. Okay? Previously we have a parallel. You see right here we have a parallel to this line. Now we have a perpendicular to this line. So anyway, we need to find out the slope of this line first. We know the slope with the line we are going to find out times the slope of this one should be equal to -1. So let's find out the slope of this one first. You see, 2y minus x equals 5 is the given one. If you plus x on both sides, you cancel positive, negative. Then you have a 2y equals x plus 5. 2y on the left, x plus 5 on the right. Positive, negative x cancel each other. So you have a 2y equals x plus 5. 2y equals x plus 5. Divided by 2. 2 cancel each other. So you have y equals, here in front of x, there is a 1. Alright? So it's like 1/2 times x plus 5/2. Okay? Now, this is the slope, 1/2, for this equation, or for this line. And our line is perpendicular to this one. Then the expected line, our line, is perpendicular to this one. Then the slope, then the expected line, our line with the slope m, this m times this slope, 1/2, you should have a -1. That's the relationship. Previously, you can see here is the line, here is another line. This line is perpendicular to this one or this one. So you have a negative 1/2 the slope times the slope 2. Negative 1/2 times 2 is negative 1. And our expected line with slope m we don't know, and which is perpendicular to this line, which with the 1/2 as the slope. So our slope, the expected line with the slope times this slope, we should have a negative 1. So that means m times 1/2 is negative 1. M times 1/2 is negative 1. If you multiply it by 2 on both sides, 2 cancel each other, you have an m left over on the left-hand side. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, so you have m is negative 2. That's your slope of the expected line. Now you have the slope, and also the line passing through negative 3, 5. So you have a negative y minus 5 equals the slope, negative 2 is from here, times x minus negative 3. Okay? 1 minus 5, you copy it down here, and negative 2 times the parentheses, x minus negative 3 is positive 3 here. Negative 2 times x, which is negative x, negative 2x. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Okay? Y minus negative 5 is still on the left-hand side. So plus 5 on both sides, then negative 5 cancel each other. You have a y on the left-hand side, and negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. You keep negative 2x. So this is the final solution. Okay? Now try this one yourself. This one is that similar to the one right here. Passing through negative 2, negative 4, and perpendicular to y minus x plus 3. So you want to find out the slope of this one first, y minus x plus 3. The slope of this line first. You add x on both sides, positive, negative x cancel each other, so you have a y left over on the left, x plus 3 on the right. And then you know x is 1 times x. So basically the slope for this line is just 1. Like here we have m times 1/2. M times 1/2 is negative 1. Here you have m times this 1 is negative 1. And you know m times 1 is just m, and then m actually equals negative 1. So m is negative 1, you have m, you have a point. You should be able to find out the equation like that, okay? And then the final answer is y equals negative x minus 6 for this one. Try this one yourself, okay? I will see you next time.